normal Hulk, you know, Bruce Banner, that's Hulk, but we call Orange Hulk James because he just sounds so educated and British. Like, he just feels like he had a nice upbringing. And Thanos is a very scary character because of all the damage he can get. Joker here against PA Sword, the rise of the rookies versus Canada's very own, and the Moonstone putting in that particular rushdown that Joker is known for.
He, unfortunate, missed out there on the OTG. At least it looked like an OT. I think that's one of the fun things about this too. As someone who like enjoys palette swap and watches it a lot from a distance, I get to I get to learn a lot when I'm watching these as well. Definitely looked like it was going to be an OTG, but a pretty ridiculous amount of durability on the projectile there from Thanos. That's kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah, that's the cubes that Thanos used to rewrite reality at one point in the comics. Not the analyzed cubes, this one is a cosmic one. And oh my goodness, the slap right there doing a lot of damage, and that overhead is so brutal, but the Cyclops assist coming in with that invulnerability to get the Thanos away and getting the kill here for Joker.
Okay. Try to go
Fighting
for low.
Servbot. Fighting Servbot has got to be one of the most annoying things on the planet, just based on the little hitbox.
Yeah, small characters are a nightmare in just about every single game that you see them in, so definitely a little frustrating to deal with, especially in Marvel where things are so particular.
Yeah, the old school term for those characters was pixies, but you know, there's nothing magic about that. Oh my goodness. Oh, we see the Sentinel there. MBC2 Sentinel is a scary character because he hits you with the precision of a Mexican mother throwing a chancla at you, and oh my goodness, it won't matter with the happy birthday right here. There's gonna be a ton of damage with Servbot and just lunch rush.
Yep, and was able to get the OTG with the Hulk as well. Everybody just dies to the 2 loads of hungry kindergartners, bro. Just gets trampled.
That's insane. You know, in the cartoon, Reese says kindergarteners were the scariest ones.
I know, it holds true. I feel like that's why Servbot does so much damage. It's got to be the explanation. What else could it be?
I think it's lore. Yeah, it's lore based. And you know what's really, really crazy? This Orange Hulk looks like a character on the series Narcos. Like, it's kind of insane. I hadn't seen something as uncanny as that in a long time. But you know what? We came here to watch the Palette Swap tournament, get surprised. And I just want to see how Joker here adapts to the neutral, because clearly Sword is trying to bully with those big normals and the high amounts of damage that Thanos and Servbot do.
Yeah, I love the super, and then uses the. I'm just gonna. That's Servbot Legion at that point. Does a good job getting the OTG.
You know what we call that Tron super in Spanish, where all the Servbots rush you down? It's a church on Sundays.
Oh my god! I mean, true. Works out. As the IHOP parking lot after service is out. There you go.
That's Waffle House. It's getting violent. Oh my goodness.
Okay,
it seems that you just can't touch Servbot.
Yeah, I mean, he's too short for Rocket Punch in that spot, too. It's a little unfortunate. And I feel like one of the biggest threats of MVC2 Sentinel is that he has a pretty decent, like, instant overhead game. Servbot doesn't really care about that at all. Like, it just kind of ignores it completely.
You know, there's just things that are meant for short kings to thrive, and Servbot is living in that environment right now. You know, as a kid, I always wanted to be really short because nobody asked you for stuff. You were in the front of the line at school, and Servbot is enjoying the short king privilege at the moment. As Joker is just trying to put on some pressure, but just seems confused by the options on Sword's team.
Okay, does get the clean hit on that one, though. And be able to get around Orange Hulk a little bit. That is one of the tough things about him. While he is significantly faster, he does lose out on some of that armor, so he's a little more normalized in that regard, which is super reasonable.
Yeah, absolutely. You get some buffs, but you also lose in other departments, and oh my goodness, it just feels like Servbot is carrying, and it's time for church on Sundays. Proxy, I'm so scared for Moonstone right here. I don't think she's gonna make it.
Oh, TAC doesn't find it, but still finds a throw.
Okay, the charged beams right there, keeping Thanos at bay. And Joker kind of bringing it back. Looked very uphill, but as long as we get a hit on Servbot here, should be curtains. But Sword just tagging into Hulk raw off the throw. This is a terrifying character, Proxy.
Jesus, dude. And that was after the throw that he throws the homie at you. He's got no regard even for his teammates, the kindergartners. There's no loyalty among thieves, dude.
You Kindergartens don't care. They're a force of nature. They will devour your soul.
Nobody called the assist. Losing Servbot. I think you lose the game off of that.
Oh my goodness, and sword throwing, and that clap might have gotten it, but it might not be enough right here. Let's see if it's enough health. Oh, but I believe Moonstone healing in the back puts it 1-1 in Joker's favor, and Sword seemed in a commanding lead, just getting the pace of the match in his favor, but it didn't quite pay off.
TK Super looked like an execution error. A little unfortunate, but we up back out of everything.
I love that charge special. It's so positive. Whoever invented it deserves a raise. One of the best things to come out of MBCI. Let's see what happens here. Oh my goodness. This should be a dead Thanos. There's 2 meters, almost 3 on deck. So with the optimization, it should work out. But Joker drops, and the DHC might have to ship out Thanos here.
Oh, but was ready off the Cyclops 6. But again, that's a small body. He's just too hard to combo there. But Rocket Punch does end up comboing in the end and should be able to kill him for it.
Oh my goodness. Servbot about to get chipped, gets clipped low instead, and Joker seems in control right now. This Sentinel just kind of moving and grooving. As Cyclops gets punished, this could be a dead character, but no meter on the other side, and nice confirmation from Joker, just dancing on him like a retired celebrity. This is absolutely crazy here, and it all comes down to Hulk, who has the damage to do it and the speed, but it's going to be hard with the way Joker's playing neutral right now, Proxy.
Yeah, especially in situations like that, being able to get the juggle pretty decently here. A couple lasers come through, but not going to matter too much. As, dude, Cyclops assist is such a menace for being able to keep out these characters. And they have, like, if you rely on rushdown, it's so difficult to close the distance.
And goes for a guard cancel there once the distance was closed, but it was not enough to punish Cyclops. That little jump right there makes the hide awkward, and Cyclops gets blessed, and Joker's just trying to survive and ice out this Hulk, but it's not really working out, and the air gamma charge has got to be one of the scariest things. As Sword gets a confirmation here, but drops it, doesn't get the second hit of the OTG, giving Joker a chance to maybe seal the game right here with the power up into a combo.
Oh, didn't get the... Okay, even with the combo not quite going the way that they wanted it to, still was able to salvage it. So good stuff again for Joker, making it 2-1. I'm surprised we don't see more air charge from Sword. When I watch people play Orange Hulk, it feels like a lot of the time it's like assist, super jump, and if the assist makes it across the screen, you just charge on in.
Yeah, I think that's a very valid strategy. Even in regular Marvel, I've seen people make entire careers of super jump, call assist, and pray. So I wonder if that's the adaptation here now that we see Orange Hulk on point. But Joker just kind of seemed to figure out the tempo at which this match needs to be fought. And in a game where knowledge is not readily available, information is not power, chaos is. So you kind of want to dodge everything that's being thrown at you instead of figuring out how to block it.
Yeah, one of the nice things so far has just been that Servbot assist. When he comes out, he's too low for Moonstone. The Moonstone projectile and for the assist from the drone, so he kind of just ignores everything as Hulk kind of doing his best to ignore everything as well. Jesus, man.
Oh my goodness, and Evil Ryu definitely does a lot of damage. That axe kick right there, and the Servbot just very scary, and Joker being oppressed a little bit, but Sword swinging, and we know that that charge move is very positive. Oh my goodness, you see that Pythagoras theorem he drew? Calculated the hypotenuse all around that character, and this should be a dead Evil Ryu as Orange Hulk gets punished as well, Proxy.
Yeah, Super should do a decent chunk there. Does get a little bit of a juggle, nothing crazy. Yeah, it's gonna come down to the Servbot here. Might be X Factor 3, but no, Hulk is still in it.
Oh, what a nice combo. I appreciate calling the assist half an hour ago and getting it to hit. Okay. Oh, the Hail Mary might be enough.
DHC's really late. I like that too, was making sure he was on the right side, but doesn't get anything for it. It hardly even chips.
Oh, this is scary. We're going to go for the Optic Blast right here. I'm kind of upset nobody has made Sagat yet, considering how much people wanted Sagat in UMBC 3 back in the olden days.
I was going to say, I wonder whatever happened to that guy, the person that had that Twitch account. That was a legendary account for a long time.
I think he got roof bounced.
There you go.
One
Still.
through bounce.
Oh. Okay.
This just looks rough for Sword. Like, Joker doesn't really need to do anything, but somehow Sword clawing back in, getting rid of that Cyclops, and now any mistake could mean dead characters. However, the chip out might just be enough.
Yeah, at that point, especially when he has X Factor and he can just kind of tag at will. Pretty decent way to end it out there for Joker. The all gold everything with the Sentinel. We like to see it.
The Trinidad James doesn't really get to use assists, so why not have a boss character after you did some damage, you know? Toji here, weathering the Ultron pressure. Ultron is a very scary rushdown character. Has always been in the games that he's in, a very terrifying force. Doesn't matter if it's Marvel versus Capcom or Marvel Ultimate Alliance or whatever you want, Ultron is terrifying. And it just seems that the zoning here is getting Toji on edge as he gets the hit. And we're being informed that this is Xeno under an alt.
Yes. Yeah, he's definitely been coming through on some names lately, but working out well. Able to get the kill already with Jill. And now here comes, like you said, the boss character, and already finds a throw, but no OTG.
Okay, nice. Oh, but this character is made out of wet paper. Oh my god. 9 hits to the lead one character. As we have Gambit on Gambit violence. This is like that King of the Hill episode where they visit Louisiana. Oh my goodness. Let's see what happens here.
I forgot he has a level 3. Are you serious?
Follow my lead.
So cool. Oh my goodness.
Oh, dude, the fact that he actually gets a follow-up afterwards as well. Cross up through, gets a little bit of chip, but not too much to matter.
Follow my lead.
It
Chaz,
just
by the
feels
way.
like JiNaL is living on a prayer right here, but Toji, aka Xeno, just putting in work. And I'm a big supporter of alternate names. Never let them know your next move. Never let them know who you are. Just keep them guessing in and out of the game.
No, I definitely respect it. Shoutouts, by the way, to Frankie G coming through with a gifted sub, as well as Shattercoin also coming through with the gifted sub. And then Bubble Bus. I do this every time. Every time I see your name, I do this. But shout out to you. Appreciate you. 7 months, man. Thank you.
7 months is almost a pregnancy, so definitely a long time. Let's see what happens here. And speaking of babies, it's what true love we're making right now here in the match, as Toji's just in command. JiNaL hasn't really found an answer to the Jill and Gambit pressure. It just feels like the lockdown is too strong, and once again, how are you gonna block that which you don't understand yet?
I think one of the most impressive things for some of the mods too is some of the characters, it just looks absurdly fluid. Like Jill, I will say, is like one of the most fluid, like I don't know, I'm not sure exactly what words to put on it, but the way she moves just looks really good. I really appreciate the way that she's like put together.
Yeah, like you can kind of tell when a character is fluid or not, or when a game is fluid or not, just by the normals and the way one special goes into one another and the chains. And I get it. There's definitely the marbles and there's definitely the Mortal Kombats. And speaking of deadly, nothing like Monster Hunter just obliterating Shin Akuma right here.
Oh, we'll try to go for the full charge, but we pretty easily get around that one. Opportunity, not enough actually, even with level 3X.
JiNaL might make something happen here, but Monster Hunter just hit so hard. And I think this character is terrifying. It's like if they gave Hagar's pipe its own moveset.
Just the pipe.
It's the pipe with its own moveset.
Oh man, but there's gonna be Toji coming through 3 games straight, and it's chat is telling me, and I'm starting to believe from what I've seen from not only the assists and the gameplay, but you know, Jill looking like the Doom. We can put it on any team, it enhances everything. I like what I'm seeing.
It's terrifying. We just saw it get aged.
Oh,
we need
man.
that balance. We need the Tong Lees of the world.
See, I remember now. I remember we had NickBad had a kind of low-key, he put on his own highlight reel with Sakura last time. So it's definitely cool to get to see that back again.
Sakura is also like a legacy terrifying character. Dark Sakura in Marvel 2 is just one of the scariest mid-tier characters you can fight. As we see an Asura on Asura violence, this character, from what I know, does a ton of damage too. And Dark Sakura with the Masatsu Hado dashing up, and NickBad just looking kind of clean here.
Yeah, already a good start here. Able to get into the Tatsu. Tatsu actually falls up and wall bounces. I always forget. What a sick way to be able to follow up into the super, but not enough to kill.
Yeah, and it just feels like the projectiles that Sakura has just cover very annoying angles. You kind of have to commit. And the dash up with the Tatsu mix as Chuy is trying to scrap right here with the Cammy. Cammy's also very terrifying character, has many angles at which she can approach, but it doesn't matter how you can approach if you get approached first. That's the Jotaro mentality right there, Proxy. And it's just looking rough for Chuy this game.
Yep, Asura not going to come into much extra. Just immediately gets juggled out. It's going to be all down to the Hunk, but no, still okay. Ends up getting chipped out. Still all right.
Oh, and I'm going to be honest, that was so nasty. Everybody got hit. Everybody got hit.
Okay.
We should just change his name to Nick, because he lost the bat this match. He's just Nick now.
Oh my god, the back hitbox on the Tatsu looking ridiculous. That was such a sick cross up, but the step back working out well at the start for Chuy here. Mr. Dark Ice, the big homie, 43 months, my king. It's good to see you, dude.
That's so much time, but it's time well invested. Supporting the FGC, supporting TNS, nothing better you can do. Except maybe enter the tournament to get hit by Cammy's dive kick right here. That's definitely an experience, but Asura with its own dive kick right there.
Auras sticking on there with it. Follow up and gets the buff, so now it's time.
Oh my goodness. Not the Satsui no Hado. Asura is a very straightforward character, but I appreciate those types of characters as well. Sometimes you just gotta punch really hard. Otherwise, you're gonna get mixed here by a character like Sakura. Oh, that was so dirty. That lockdown from the Hadouken plus assist. There's not much you can do, and NickBad is just moving and grooving here. Oh,
I think my favorite thing about watching Asura is that I haven't played any games or consumed any media of things he's involved with. So not knowing why he's so mad, I think makes him even better. I think I appreciate it more than everyone else. Like, it's just, what could possibly be this important?
there's just people that are mad. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Pokemon, but there's this Pokemon named Primeape.
He's just mad all the time.
He's just mad. But in the new games, he got an evolution where he was so mad he died.
Literally.
But he was so mad that he stayed as a ghost. That's the level of hatred I'm trying to bring to this planet at the moment. Oh my goodness.
Too mad to die. I respect that.
He died because he was mad, but he didn't die because he was mad. Schrodinger's anger right there, Proxy, and it just feels rough here on the Sakura.
Dude, that light Tatsu is looking ridiculous. The amount of pressure for mix-up that NickBad brings to the table with like the threat of light Tatsu is kind of ridiculous, because it feels like in most of these mix-up situations, when he calls the assist, if he does anything multi-hit that has you locked down, like the type of like 4-way, 5-way mix he gets on the cross-up is kind of ridiculous, to be honest.
Yeah, it's that Mike Tyson mentality. Like, there is no game plan against getting hit. You get hit, it's over. So might as well throw coin flips until one of them yields. And we see the X-23 Wolverine. This is a scary character too, much more aggressive than regular Laura. But it doesn't really matter, as NickBad seems to have things under control here, as Primeape is just punching Laura into oblivion.
Oh my god, and the headbutt, and what I can only assume to be the overhead reset there works out beautifully on the restand. Again, the Auras finish him off.
It's insane. Let's see what happens here. The lockdown too with the punches, and I think Cammy's the type of character that does have the approaches to get in here, especially backed by that Hunk, but X factors and pressure, and that's not something you want to do. It's kind of I don't know if you've seen those flex tape announcements where fix it with flex tape and just chuck it. That's what it feels like when you do a string, it's on save and then you X Factor. And it might buy Chuy here as NickBad seems in complete control with this Asura game plan.
Trade in the launcher, not gonna work out. Super beats that clean. No DHC in response. Good super on the DP.
But then the damage is just not there, Proxy, and Asura is just kind of getting extra credit, building that meter for Dark Sakura to get back, playing that zoning game, and suddenly just Superman's himself at Cammy, gonna delete, misses Cammy White right here, as Hunk comes in, has to take a 50-50. What side? No side, it was just a meaty, and that's respectable, you know, why risk it when you can play it safe?
But unfortunately, you know, no safety, no nothing really to do to be able to get away. NickBad closes it 3 games straight again.
You know which one I used to do? Hagar can do Pile Driver and Lariat at the same time and the game option selects it. So I would do it and convince people that I was psychic. Like, I didn't tell them until like it became public information. They're like, how do you always know? And I'm like, I'm just better. So people would just get scared of playing. And I honestly would be scared of fighting against Ken Masters in any game, especially seeing what he's done in Street Fighter 6 as best Xbox One goes for the rushdown here against the Monster Hunter. And Dobbilicious tags in Strider to just dodge that mix right there.
Yeah, Strider 2099, I gotta say, is definitely one of my favorite additions to this. I really like how the character looks. Feels like a lot of thought is put into it as well. It feels like one of the nicest implementations of a character that was already in the game and kind of getting modified. It might be my favorite.
Ooh, and the tag right there into Venom is not punished. I want to see what Strider 2099 does. Aside from being from the future, I'm not too familiar with his game, but I like that he can throw Hologram Tiger, Hologram 2-pack. Let's see what happens here. Best Xbox is looking clean, though. This should be a dead character, but no, just kind of forgiving. But it's part of the game, you know? You haven't really practiced these combos outside of training mode, so you have to learn how to land them on the fly. As the zoning game here, trying to chip out Monster Hunter Proxy.
Ooh. Jesus. And that's enough to kill Monster Hunter. There's so much damage.
Oh my goodness, and Strider just looking like a real character. I feel like regular Strider is just Ouroboros and Prey, but this one looks more complete in a way. But less scary.
Yeah.
Oh, nice botch right there. Best Xbox in trouble right here as he tags in Hunk. And Hunk is one of the characters I wasn't familiar with until someone was like, oh, it's a Resident Evil character. I don't play horror games because I get scared really easily. But it seems that might be justified as best Xbox One, you know, turning this into a horror movie right here against the Monster Hunter. Just trying to make this comeback. X Factor level 3 on deck. Proxy, anything could happen.
Okay, Oi finally gets the connection here. Should be able to just finish off with the OTG into the super. Air Super definitely a cool addition to him coming through. I believe that was in Infinite as well. In the 10 seconds of Strider I got to play and watch. I feel like I never got to play anybody that played Strider in that game.
Strider is a very interesting character, and it just takes a very special type of player to play that point Strider mentality, but Dobbilicious is having success with the point Strider archetype in the back. So definitely we're going to have to see players bust out all the tricks.
Looks like the big decision is going to be to try and take the Strider of your own, make this work out, but we'll see. I mean, Venom was able to get a couple touches. Ken was able to get a little bit done here, but it felt like Monster Hunter up front just secured too much of a lead. It just wasn't much to come back at that point.
Yeah, it's hard to deal with a character that has so much armor and range. You have to play in a very particular way. And Best Xbox is just going for I'm not going to figure out what this character does. I'm just going to team super away. And it's paying off. That's a lot of damage. However, you have to be very careful because that approaching arrow from Monster Hunter leads into a boatload of damage right here. Nice confirmed from the Ken Masters. Best Xbox putting in all the work here. And I will tell you, Proxy, Best Xbox is one of the most committed human beings I know. He sends me a daily Instagram reel. It's crazy. I've never seen anyone have that level of consistency. So if he puts that into practice in palette swap, could lead to a terrifying scenario.
Is it the same? Is he just sending you the same reel over and over again?
No, it's just a newer reel each day. I don't know where he finds them.
Oh, he's, you know, some people got deep pockets for memes, man. I don't know.
Yeah, the deepest, never ending, and it's paying off right here for BestXbox.
Oh, dude, but another great start here, making it 1-1. Which, dude, Monster Hunter almost goes for 2. A little scary. I also like that Strider Assist summons both, you know, in both of the projectiles up. Definitely kind of cool.
Yeah, that's definitely sick. Oh, and that axe kick caused the ground bounce again, so lost the combo. And that stun coming from Monster Hunter is just so terrifying. I feel like the best way to deal with a character like this is just killing them first. You don't find out what they do. You don't find out how to fight them in tournament. You just try to negate neutral. As Venom is trying to do that against Gambit, but Dobbilicious just seems ready.
That's the one true Marvel approach to matchups here. Unfortunately, is we're going to get this other character deleted. That's the mentality you got to have. Every character is the same when they're in hit stun. You just all you need to know is their combo weight. You don't really need to learn anything else about them.
Yeah, absolutely. Why learn the mix-up and how to block it if you can just not block the mix-up by hitting them?
Yeah, I mean, if you were blocking a mix-up at that point, you've already lost the matchup, man.
Absolutely.
There you go, into the jump loop, though. Should be able to get the kill on Ken. Dude, she does a lot of damage.
Oh my goodness. Oh, what? Did it just dodge the hit?
Oh my, is this an it? No way.
There's no way.
No way, dude.
There's
The
no
stagger does it? No, okay, we're going to continue. Maybe it drops. Maybe they just decided they didn't want to do it anymore. Either way, that was sick.
That
Only
was
an
such
install.
a gaslight combo. Only an install. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, BestXbox is in trouble. Maybe gonna tag in. No, gets the hit. And this could swing the tide of the matchup right here. The maximum Venom. Looking like Marvel's Spider-Man for the PS5. Oh my goodness. Such a crazy amount of chip. And just setting the trap right there into the unblockable. Crazy stuff. And it just seems that Dobby's cracking a little bit under the Venom pressure.
Oh, he missed out on the wall bounce, though. Oh, yeah, another lease on life here for Gambit. Might be able to close out the set, potentially, depending on how this goes, and that's already Venom dead.
The Cajun Shockwave just doing enough damage to get rid of Venom, and oh my goodness, but the defense from Ken is not going to be enough right here as BestXbox gets pressured by Gambit. It all comes down to Strider. Strider against the world.
No X Factor 2. Was a little unlucky. Orbs, I mean, they last significantly less time, and I really like that super use, actually, to just get away from him. Killed, like, almost the entire Orbs timer with that.
Oh my goodness, and Dobby might seal the deal right here, activates X Factor, but drops it. This could be an opportunity for BestXbox. Let's see what happens here. Weaving and dodging, and then the Cajun Shockwave once more. Ouroboros into Ouroboros. Let's see what the lockdown is, and they're both trading, but BestXbox gets the better end of it, or so we thought. The scrambles are everywhere. This is looking like Gordon Ramsay's breakfast, and oh my goodness. I can't believe what we just saw, Proxy.
Yeah, Dobby ends up saving it in the end. You know, they both had a little Three Stooges action. They bonk heads when they got the Vajras on, but with the orbs on, but you know, ends up working out beautifully. Dobby does get the W.
Because he's so much better than all the other ones, but hard to tell who it is.
I was gonna say, you used to be able to tell, just look at the sunglasses, but you know, times have changed. Well, Capcom, I know you'll never see this, but we get some. Dude, I'd love to have the sunglasses back. How sick! What a crazy thing, man. That was just the coolest thing that Guile ever had.
War has changed, Proxy.
That's the only thing that never changes. I had to hold myself back from saying it. Oh my god.
I did it for you. I saw the look in your eyes. It's like going in for a kiss on the first day. You gotta feel the right moment, just as Escalante is feeling this rushdown right here with Ultron. And I like the team. Ultron, Hunk, Strider. But it just seems that Xeno just has dominated this Gambit neutral and perfected it in a way that it's overwhelming every player he's going on against.
Comes up next, does try to swing on the way in. The assist is armored too. You just can't stop her, dude.
This character is not okay. I don't know who made it, but I better see that patch culture coming in soon. It's absolutely crazy, Proxy.
Oh, shows RGB, by the way, coming through. Appreciate you. And I agree, dude. Gambit is looking ridiculous, especially in the hands of Zeno. Finds the throw reset, and that should be a very easy kill. Mr. Toji, another one on the board.
This might be actually the real Toji. Just show up and spank the squid, say nothing, leave. Crazy stuff. We might see an adaptation here from Escalante. I wonder what the pick is going to be. Toji, with exactly the same team, is forced by the rules. In case you guys are new to tournaments in Marvel, let me explain how this rule works, because a lot of people don't know this. But if you win, you have to stay with the same team. However, if your opponent changes teams, the rule used to be you could change assists. So maybe that's something that could come into play and you can consider. I don't know if there's like a clear rule for it right now, but in the olden days, that's how it was. I'm hoping it's clarified, because that's one of the things we haven't really solved as a community. And it just seems that we're going back to Rashid. Sometimes it's better a bad character that you know well than a good one that you don't understand yet. And it just seems that you can't understand this Gambit beating. It's looking rough, Proxy.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels like Rashid. Ooh, okay, patch culture. It's time. That launcher, it hits spears. A character length behind him.
I just know any game that has a character with a really long stick to hit people ends up being broken or nerfed to oblivion. But the Hunk might make the comeback here. Once again, everybody's human. I don't even know what Hunk does. Decapitates people, apparently. This is terrifying. Loads a little gun right there, and this could be enough damage to get rid of Jill. Suddenly bringing it back is Escalante.
Yeah, and none of the Resident Evil games that I've watched have I seen a character jump that high, so I'm making me a little nervous.
I don't know anything about horror games, Proxy. I was traumatized as a kid. My brother was like, here, let's watch this nice movie. And it was Chucky, and I was 3 years old, and after that I swore I would never support the horror movie industry. But somehow I play Marvel, so I'm kind of used to it, as Toji just denying the comeback here against Escalante.
It's crazy because I'm a horror movie enthusiast, Wolves, but I'll keep it on my side of the room.
I've only watched one horror movie after I swore I would never watch them, and I was so mentally scarred after watching it that I chose just not to give it any other chance. I'll tell you all about the plot after we finish this game, but it seems that Escalante's Rashid is putting on the pressure. This is what we're used to seeing from Escalante, but Toji bringing it back.
Okay, yeah, even with the better start here, not quite looking the way it should. Here comes the super. Doesn't go for the DHC, though. It's not going to be enough to kill. Instead, just goes for the super follow-up.
Seems like there was a gap there, too, to maybe interrupt, but the unfamiliarity is just causing bricks to be thrown at Escalante's game plan, and it just feels overwhelming. But Escalante needs to start that rushdown style that he's known for. Otherwise, things might be looking bad. You need to get one on the board at least.
Just Emerald, by the way, coming through. Appreciate you, 17 months. Down to the anchor here for Toji. Can we make this work with the Monster Hunter? Almost gets the poke on Hunk. He almost went for a ride.
Oh my goodness, Hunk's almost gone. Can't really call assist anymore, and it's an inevitability to bring that sword. And there's a reason why Toji's playing this character in the back. And nice X Factor cancel right there from Escalante, but drops it. You don't want to give a person like Toji an opportunity. And oh my goodness, what was that? Just went for the no you.
Oh my god, and gets the kill with the arrow. Monster Hunter is somehow doing this, but Hunk, so hard to approach. There's the throw, though. We mash as we land.
I think that was an aggressive plink, and it just casually threw, but the drop might be enough to give Escalante a chance. You can't give a top-level player an opportunity like this. You have to take the W when it's yours.
Yeah, it's Escalante getting on the board. A little scary here. I mean, I feel like the Rashid still quite hasn't done very much, but luckily Hunk is able to get enough done to kind of equalize it. The anchor pick definitely working out so far.
It's kind of crazy. Oh my goodness. And you just don't want to let the Rashid go away doing nothing, then the pick feels a little bit disappointing if you're Escalante, and Toji's just trying to rush everything down, try to seal the deal, and this might be a dead Rashid with the proper optimization. Nice combo right here from Toji, and Gambit is something else, probably.
That launcher is a absolute menace, dude. Nice jump over, and dude, nice and easy. Is able to close the distance, go straight into what looks like a Rekka follow-up. That OTG, that's super sick.
I don't know if the Geneva Convention can get patched to include Gambit, but it definitely should. Let's see what happens here. This is kind of crazy. Oh my goodness, and the grenade protecting Jill. Escalante is going to try to mount that Hunk comeback that almost happened last time, but we saw the Monster Hunter put a stop to it. Gambit's still alive as well. You have to be very careful in the launch.
Dude, we are pressing S. I respect that. Honestly and truly, sometimes you gotta do it. Listen, if I was playing a character that had that kind of launcher, I damn sure would be pressing it too.
Pride proxy. They can't stand it. It's like that one movie. NoLife going with the Spider-Gwen. I appreciate this. I feel like that's definitely a NoLife type of character, but Mimikyute, one of the more experienced players here with Cammy, just gonna cause a little bit of ruckus right here in NoLife's defense. Shoutouts to everybody watching us. Special shoutouts to BestXbox for all the Instagram reels. He sent me a really good one where it's a Mexican rooster fight, but with Pokemon music, and it's Articuno and Po. Beautiful stuff. Just like Mimikyute's pressure right here with Stars Wesker, and I do appreciate the Rekka sort of vibe that this character brings to the table. See what happens here. Gambit is struggling with NoLife, and just defense has not been his strong suit. Goes for the launcher, though. That's a good beginning.
I was gonna say, if there's anything we've learned from the Gambit gameplay so far, that's gotta be the thing you have to lean into.
Oh my goodness. And yeah, why play offensive if defense can win you the game at this point? You can force an X Factor out. NoLife is calculating when to hit that launch, but the opportunity is just not coming in as Mimikyute is getting the up TAC right there, and this should be a kill.
I mean, that's the thing about Wesker too, is that, like, I mean, he's got a really good projectile game. He has a chopper gunner available at all times. He just kill streaks active. With level 3, cleanly gonna beat the super attempt there for Mimikyute.
Does this kill? Oh, doesn't get the OTG after. And somehow NoLife's still in this. This is the power of Gambit. The power of seasoning your food correctly.
Oi, and the power of blocking the super. Here comes the response.
Oh my goodness.
We're so back. He's unlocked the secrets.
NoLife has learned from the very best. Somehow still alive. Gonna throw the Cajun shockwave right there. Not gonna be enough though. Beautiful stuff for Mimikyute.
All that we're playing on currently, I do believe.
That's great. Only the official stuff. No beta.
Follow my lead.
This is the alpha mentality right here. As NoLife is going for the Strider tech, you know, trying to play that game that he's used to, and it's kind of working out. Mimikyute is kind of crumbling to this Strider pressure, but Shadow Lady, such a terrifying character. She's got a lot of no-you buttons, hidden missiles, beams. This is a character you don't really want to trifle with, Proxy.
Shouts, by the way, to definitely one of the homies and someone who always waits until the middle of a match to sub. Shoutouts, Mr. Big Meat McLog. Thank you very much, as always.
I believe him. When you have a name like that, it just predestines you. It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is going to be a Mega Buster, but not enough to kind of hit Shadow Lady here, as we're just going for the supers, trying to snipe and assist. Maybe this is NoLife's game plan, but Shadow Lady just putting in so much work against NoLife's X.
Should finally be able to cook it here. 5 bars are available, and yeah, there you go. Level 3, and that pretty easily finishes.
X is such a complicated name nowadays. It used to be very simple, but now there's a lot of layers to this name. And let's see what happens here. No conversion. Maybe the gunshot was a lot of hits done there for the Wesker Stars combo. And NoLife seems in a little bit of trouble, but as long as Gambit can launch in the back, I believe. What do you think here, Proxy?
Hey, crouching heavy, that's a pretty decent way to start as well. And he knows the OTG now, but unfortunately Shockwave does actually nothing. Doesn't quite get there.
Okay, throwing those cards aggressively. Looking like a mono blue player in Magic. Oh my goodness.
The boy trying to tuck the counter spells, is what you're saying here. Not quite working though. Flash kick to finish.
No, he got hit with the very big green monster.
Ooh, that's a good X Factor cancel as well. Mimikyute looking strong as always. I like you said before, I like the team comp too.
Yeah, it's very solid, very all around. Has good synergies with the characters, good DHCs. It just seems that NoLife is getting hit with the unfamiliarity right here. Let's see what happens. This is just so surprising to me. Apparently, Fetus is a mono blue player. I would have never expected that.
Oh no, the fetus is playing something like Baral, and I'm gonna be so disappointed.
Baral,
that's if you know,
counter.
you know. I was gonna say if you know, you know. The one true tribal. Know you.
I've never seen card game players throw cards as aggressively on the table as my friend that plays that exact same deck in Magic. I've never seen anyone as violent. Chill out, bro.
Goodness.
It's cardboard.
I can't chill. Of all the things I can chill for, cardboard unfortunately not one of them. Too dedicated.
As a Yu-Gi-Oh player, I can tell you that that is precisely my problem as well. Reading is just such a tough endeavor, so I just do things.
Yes. You read my cards while I combo. I'm not interested in the other direction. But we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna put the Sentinel on there. I do actually like putting the Sentinel on, especially if you have experience with playing Marvel 2. There are some key differences that are a little wonky, like going into flight, stuff like that. But overall, I feel like it can be a pretty decent fit. Plus, I mean, it's pretty easy to know how to call drones.
Absolutely, and there's a pretty clean tutorial for MBC2 Sentinel. I'm gonna bless you guys with it. You do jump medium, fly, jump medium, heavy, on fly, over and over, and eventually they'll get hit. That's your best strat. Then if nothing's happening, just stand heavy. Oh, but it just seems that Mimikyute, it doesn't matter if Mimikyute loses Cammy, always has a counter game plan right here with the Wesker, putting in so much pressure. And this beautiful Rekka combo goes for a reset, but NoLife was ready to press that assist there and know you, and it seems that the character familiarity is helping out NoLife in a big way here, Fox. Shadow Lady could bring this comeback. X Factor still available, tries to go for the stun right there, and missiles as an incoming is something I never expected from a point character.
Follow my lead.
E jump S not quite there. Fetus coming through with a gifted sub to Heapnoff. Appreciate you, Fetus, as always.
Shoutouts to Heapnoff, one of the palette swap goats, as I recall correctly. Oh, and the launch into the Rocket Punchi! This is almost enough, and oh, didn't get the combo after. That definitely got nerfed. They nerfed the Luxor Hotel. Right next to the Mandalay Bay, it's gone now. It's just half of what it used to be. And Mimikyute's still trying to make this comeback, maybe an X Factor right there. No, just goes for the trade and NoLife seals the deal.
Yeah, trading it out, definitely a really good call out there from NoLife using that super. I mean, the buffed Snitch super is definitely really, really strong. All 2 Sentinels always had a kind of a way with those drones.
Absolutely. Oh, and Mimikyute is just trying to just deny the Strider game plan entirely. Might get rid of Gambit as well, so no option to launch, and it all comes down to Sentinel, but I do think that NoLife could seal the deal right here. Sentinel has a lot of health as Marvel 2 Sentinel and could make something happen, but Mimikyute is just trying to get rid of this character as fast as possible.
Yep, super. With X Factor 1, I think the DHCs all the way through should be enough here. Shadow Lady just gonna connect, and it's gonna be a perfect for Mimikyute to finish it off. 3 games to 1. Unfortunately, NoLife couldn't quite get enough coaching from the chat. We couldn't get there. We tried, but listen, we got plenty of time before his next match. Still in, I was winner's side, obviously.
It's your Captain America game plan, but U.S. Agent is more of a traditional way that Captain America used to be played before Marvel 3, and especially the trick shots bring a lot to the table.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see the Danger Box here as they fight Remsho. Let's see what both players bring to the mix.
Scrolling through.
Why is there a character called Jake? Is that Jake Ryan?
Oh no, my boy? He made it?
I would play Jake Ryan in a fighting game in a heartbeat. Level 3 is just the Jamaican DJ impersonation.
No, dude.
Instant win.
He immediately does his Kermit the Frog. You're like, hold on, man. Wait, hold on.
Level 2 Italian accent GG. Jake Wesker? That's not a real character. You guys are just gaslighting me. That's like when people say, oh, this is a new movie by Timothy Charmander. That's not a real celebrity. I've never seen this person. Why do you keep making them up? Oh, and the Monster Hunter assist with US Agent covering all that space allowing for the trick shots. The Danger Box might have some spice right here. Oh, that was so nice. The hop.
Dude, that low hop is a menace so far, but here we go. We got the tag in. Got both the agents in here to try and make it work. Here comes the super. It does get the hit on one.
And you can tell that the Danger Box knows, because if there's Gambit on a team, you know that he's cooking. But so does Remsho. You know, Remsho does have US Agent Gambit as well, strong core. But I think that Monster Hunter assist with the armor is putting in a lot of work. Okay. Goes for the Cajun Shockwave right there into the ice. And I really appreciate this IceMan costume. He used to be undressed, and it caused a lot of questions in chat. So just giving him the uniform adds a lot of value to Bobby.
Are doing a decent job keeping him out here, dude. And whether it's been on point or just being the assist, it feels like Monster Hunter has been ridiculously impactful at every single turn of this.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy, and it just seems that whoever's Gambit is positioned better is in a huge lead. And oh, the pressure right there from US Agent. That's such a scary overhead. That's one of the fastest overheads I've seen from any of the characters. However, Anchor Gambit has a launcher and a Dream proxy.
Not a lot of life to work with it, though. Oh, don't jab. Launcher. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, but the X Factor guard cancel is enough, and the Danger Box putting one on the board.
Oh my god, again, that assist just covers so much space as we get the whiff punish on the jab.
It's just such a good synergy, and it's hard to think of synergies like this when the characters are new, but the Danger Box has clearly labbed it out, and it's paying off here against Remsho. It's almost a mirror match, but you can clearly tell who's familiar and who isn't with both of the characters.
Already good start here. Not going to build any meter at this point, so just OTG and see what you can find. Oh my god, we find crouching heavy for the second time, dude. The normals from Gambit are actually just absurd.
It's just so oppressive, and the X Factor cancel right here. IceMan fully dressed, trying to make this comeback, gonna go for beams, but just not enough. And now the Danger Box is content with chilling, and then that false sense of security into the Cajun Shockwave. Let's see what happens here. Oh, that's such a scary jump M. That's Wesker's jump M, but so much faster.
Close the distance. X Factor cancel into the launcher. Very smart there from Danger Box. A very good call, and just a great use of the X.
Roxy, I don't know if you've seen that meme where it's like a guy showing up with flowers to a girl's house. And he's like, I want to be the right one for you. And she's like, the right one is already here. That's Gambit's launcher.
Oh my god. Dude, supers don't quite work out, but it's not gonna matter. Monster Hunter with the overhead swing, dude. That armor is so ridiculous to deal with.
It's just so oppressive. How do you deal with that? You just kind of have to sit there and block and take a mix-up.
I'm like, she takes a lot of damage when she does it, but I feel like it's just like, it's so hard to interact with, like you said.
Like, being respectful in a game that's all about disrespect just doesn't even feel right, and Remsho just getting overwhelmed by the Danger Box's Gambit Monster Hunter strategy. As Mr. Bobby right here tags in, it's not really working out because the US agent putting in a lot of work, lots of damage. Let's see what the mix is, and the reset gets denied by IceMan. Let's see what happens here. The Hailstorm is correct into US agent, but not much damage. The DHC doesn't quite connect. Proxy, things are looking good here for Remsho, but Gambit gets lost, and that is such a huge player in this matchup.
And with the loss of the US agent, can even it up, at least in terms of characters here.
Let's see. You just have to launch an approach, right? Surely there is no other game plan.
Especially if they're going to whiff in the air like that, you might as well, but here comes the super for a little bit of chip. By a little bit, I mean actually a pretty decent chunk of damage on the chip.
I'm just gonna launch and throw that super if I play this version of the game. Oh my goodness! And the are we banning Monster Hunter? Is that actually the problem?
Oh, they actually beat it on startup though, so maybe you can hit her before she before the armor actually starts. That seems like a viable strat.
Could be, but at what cost? Oh, that's the cost. The happy boo. However, you don't want to face Anchor Gambit. This could be enough with the proper optimization. Gonna build the level 3. Oh, wow. Goes for the side switch and not enough. Living on a prayer, and what a throw right there from Gambit. Goes for the super right after. Doesn't quite hit. What?
He's on a timer. He just blows up. It's like a Tony Hawk Underground game that lets you do that too. Jesus, dude. All right, let's get into the match though. It's about that time.
If anybody can make this happen and put Proxy and I in the game, I will pay a high amount of pesos for this.
Ooh, NickBad gonna rock the Batsu, huh? Okay.
Okay, when the schools are rivaled, I see it. I kind of don't like this outfit for Batsu, though. It feels like aggressive.
That's very fair. Dive kick's not quite working out. Gets that weird stall on the ground. Goes for the cross up, but Gwen can't quite be there to convert it.
Yeah, and it just seems that they're both kind of measuring each other up in the neutral. That super looks very brutal, and there's not enough time to combo right there, but NickBad just not believing in the confirms right here. And that gunshot assist from Jill Stars has also been one of the stars of the night, Proxy.
Yeah, definitely has. Came through. He has a box jump actually that comes through. Looks for the slide. Doesn't quite get the connection, but still gets the anti-air with that buster.
I like the X. You can tell that this is a very polished X. Just very defensive, going for those busters and photon shots, covering big parts of the screen, the grenade as well. And NickBad seems a little overwhelmed by Renard. Tags in the Sakura. Gonna try to play the projectile game, maybe try and get rid of the X. You can tell that this is Renard's most polished character so far. Just clean neutral, zoning, and the beam super kind of vibe checks those sorts of game plans if you're not aware.
Yeah, super smart to get rid of it as well. It's worth the X factor, especially with that character being the one that was kind of putting the most pressure on. And Gwen coming into a terrible situation right now, man.
Well, Gwen Stacy is universally known for dying, but trying to fight destiny right here is Renard with Spider-Gwen. We've never really seen what Spider-Gwen's ending is. Let's see what happens. Maybe you can change destiny a little bit. Spider-Man 2 spoilers. Let's see what happens. Oh, and the DP autocorrects, but it's not going to be enough. No invincibility, and somehow this is even Jill against Spider-Gwen. I don't even know what to expect of this matchup, but that grenade is so oppressive. That's just cable.
Oh, and couldn't even close the distance to get there as well. Had the right idea and the right timing, but twice in a row it misses out, and now just didn't believe.
Oh, the air-to-air from NickBad. This was a very back and forth match, just momentum swinging on both sides. And once again, I really don't like this Batsu costume. It's like, you ever go to the gym, there's a really buff guy that knows he's really buff, and he dresses like almost Thunder from Down Under levels of shameless just because he knows he's buff. That's what this Batsu energy feels like right here. But it's paying off for NickBad, just doing a tremendous amount of damage anytime Batsu gets in.
Catch up again, catches the low, good follow-up, and should be able to get the finish here. Batsu is going to go down in the end. Is going to need one super, though. No, he's going to live in tag, actually.
You don't want to be forgiving a player like NickBad. I feel like if NickBad has something consistent throughout his game plans in most games is that he plays simple, but he never forgives a mistake, ever.
Yeah.
Like, it's just hard-hitting, tricky scenarios over and over until you crumble, and it's paying off right here against Renard.
This is closed, almost able to get something there, but not quite. And this time, yeah, has the Tatsu mix up as well, just because TC drops, though.
Gets chipped out by the Hadouken. Spider-Gwen in similar territory, and oh my goodness, goes for the super right there. Went to guarantee the chip, and now Jill Stars is going to have to make a comeback right here, but it's looking rough because evil Sakura right here might put a dent in the plans, and Batsu's mobility is just crazy enough to stall a little bit of that X Factor time.
Yeah, definitely what it's feeling like here is going to go for the super in the air, but he's pretty easy. Pretty easy for him to actually be able to avoid that here, even with the dive kicks. And just like you said, pretty much all the X Factor time killed at that point.
Let's see what happens here. No X Factor. Sakura still alive. Gonna go for the chip out right here with the beam super. And it's just such a good strategy when like the meta is not really defined to just chuck a beam, see what happens. So it's working well for NickBad, and Renard is trying to cook, but goes for the dash up right there and blesses the toes. This should be more than enough to put NickBad at a 2-0 lead.
Just the homie Hayden, by the way, coming through, as well as American Josh, dude. Appreciate you. Back to back for y'all. Thank you very, very much. Again, to everybody who's been supporting the channel tonight, we appreciate you, as well as anybody who, if you're watching on YouTube, definitely make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. It's the easiest way and the freest way to be able to support TNS and all the stuff that we can do, and make sure you're involved. Don't miss any videos, whether it's Marvel or any of the other fighting game content we got coming out.
Absolutely. Much love to everybody watching us on YouTube. Not everybody can watch live, but everybody can enjoy the game. And we can always enjoy all the comments you guys leave. It's definitely one of my hobbies. Just like Batsu is enjoying this punishment right here on Spider-Gwen. That's so much damage, and you can combo off of it. This character is actually kind of sick. Let's see what happens. This should be more than enough to kill. No, the scaling might have been a little bit too much, Proxy, and it could just lead into NickBad crumbling, but the Batsu pressure has been more than enough to keep Renard at bay.
Okay, Heck doing a good job controlling space, but unfortunately between the assists and these dive kicks, just getting chipped away on the life. Might have to look for the raw tag.
Nice way. Did you see that delay right there to make that combo actually happen? Had a weird hype and delayed it just right enough, but then dropped it after the fact. Let's see what happens here. Renard's Spider-Gwen has been the star of the show once X is gone. Could bring a lot of pressure, but NickBad just exerting that jump heavy pressure with Batsu, and it's paying off.
Okay, close the distance. Gwen, it feels like Gwen has been scrambling. Even when we're in full control of a situation, Gwen still finds a way to turn it into a scramble with these web zips.
Spider-Man players thrive off chaos, and it's working well here for Renard with the happy birthday. Oh, drops it. Doesn't get the kill on either character, and we're going to need some invincibility right here to dodge the happy birthday, and does have it with the team super. Nice chuck right there, but doesn't quite kill, and NickBad somehow getting away with this, using that X Factor to heal. Very unconventional use of X Factor, but paying off, and this should be a dead Jill if the optimizations we've seen throughout the tournament work out. 3-0 for NickBad, but I've never seen a 3-0 this close in this entire tournament.
Yeah, definitely extremely back and forth between the two. Oh, dude. So we're gonna get IceMan up front. Okay, we facing off here. I believe this is our final top 8 qualifier here, so we're gonna be heading into the top 8 after this one.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely excited for watching the top 8 of our tournament. Oh, and Ed's with the IceMan right here, much more aggressive. I also appreciate that this IceMan is fully clothed, goes for the chip out here as Escalante tags Ultron. But just the beams and the air-to-airs with IceMan have been very effective at keeping Escalante at bay.
Ooh, I like these, so standing medium in that spot as well. Able to get that little bit of extra juggle there on Hunk, excuse me. Autopilot, 4-letter word, H-U. That's I auto-corrected, too much Marvel.
I understand completely. It's like how my mom calls every console a Nintendo.
Yeah.
It's happening to us now. Ed is just moving with these characters. It seems like Escalante is a little bit lost in trying to get the hits here.
Okay. Gonna jump away, gets a connection here. Had the kill on Hunk, but chills a little too hard. But we still get the hit on Gambit, so it's okay.
Okay, no ultimate web throw resets with Spider-Gwen. Oh, and the happy birthday back with that Gambit launcher. It seems that Escalante has figured out the sauce already. Oh, but the pressure from Ed is looking clean. Gonna try to make Escalante crack a little bit. Escalante going for the chip with those assists, but you have to be careful. Goes for the Cajun Shockwave, and does this go through? Not enough space to actually make use of that invincibility. And IceMan getting chipped as well. Something that you couldn't previously do.
The Blanker, by the way, coming through with 100 bits. Thank you very, very much. We get the drones for the pressure, but can't quite find anything. IceMan might be able to live for a little bit longer here, but no, the cross-up comes through.
Oh, this is kind of scary. And the optic blast right here. I didn't even realize this was Cyclops until I read the name. That's such a sick alt. I like it. That's Yellowstone Cyclops right there. You guys haven't watched Yellowstone? Do yourself a favor. It's the most patriotic American series I've ever seen in my life. It's what everybody thinks the U.S. used to be.
He said, "Oh, I felt more American just watching it."
Yeah.
Oh my
1-0 for
God.
Escalante, bringing it all the way back, and it seems that Gambit was a key player in making this comeback.
Damn, gets the follow-up. Guess that juggle misses out on the beam, though. It's a little messy. Oh my God. But one thing that is never a mess, finds it again. I believe I was standing heavy into launch at that time, working out beautifully, but wrong cards for the OTG.
I think now that Escalante switched to Gambit, he might be in contention to win this tournament.
He called it already? Oh my God.
Okay. You see the pressure right here. Ed, who looked very in control last game, is just being overwhelmed by this Escalante pressure, and sometimes experienced players will find a way to make you crumble and force out mistakes. Even against very skilled players, sometimes nerves make you crack, but Ed kind of recovering here, swinging back after Escalante's victory and initial momentum in the match.
Follow up. Super number 1. Not quite enough. Had to go for the DHC. He feels like... What does he look like? There's like some LA Noir type stuff.
That's Yellowstone. That's definitely the Yellowstone. Okay. I like the zoning. Escalante trying to get in, but just... It's hard. It's hard to get in a character as defensive as Cyclops, especially with the DP assist of Spider-Gwen, and just X to avoid any chip. Force out maybe a mistake. I don't know if that Hunk super is safe or not, but we'll figure it out. No punish, but the chip from the optic blast is brutal, and it's looking good here for Ed Proxy.
Yeah, so far, just all the projectiles they've been choosing, even able to stop the team super at that spot. Zones out the Hunk. How often do you really get to say that?
I was not expecting John Dutton to be in this palette swap tournament, but it's paying off. 1-1. It seems that Ed has, weathered the momentum that Escalante was building with the Gambit. Just playing a more passive, defensive game plan might be the answer here.
He missed out a couple times in a row. Looks for the secondary throw of the cars. Not quite going to get there. Only gets one on the super as well. IceMan does manage to escape. Lucky, lucky.
Oh, so rough. So I think in this scenario, the patience has paid off here for Ed because he kind of forced, you know, a neutral where it was very defensive, both throwing projectiles, and then just randomly went in with that big jump in. That jump S, I believe, is so brutal with the icicles, and it's paying off here. Escalante a little bit against the wall now that Gambit is off the team. Gonna have to figure out new ways of getting in.
No way he gets up and says that was cold. Shut up, dude. No, I don't like this character anymore.
But he's so cool. Shout outs to Psychilic and Bad Puns wherever you are.
Missed out a little bit. Hunk has an opportunity to potentially zone things out, but from what I watched from Gwen, her movement to close the distance is just kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, she's just very mobile, has a lot of angles at which she can get in, and there we see it. Oh, and Escalante kind of pressing buttons in that scramble after the kit. Didn't quite pay off, and now it's all down to Ultron. However, Ultron is going to have to get rid of the Gwen here and mix that Cyclops up if you want to make this comeback. 5 meters on deck. You don't want to fight John Dutton with 5 meters. That's absolutely insane. Going to go for the maximum Gwen right here into the supers. Can these be looped? We won't even need to find out because that level 3 did just enough damage.
Make it a 2-1. Oh, jab attempt. Ends up getting the trade out. Almost gets the happy birthday. Messy.
Okay. I like the defensive game plan here from Escalante. As he dashes up into launcher range, that's where you want to be at as a Gambit player. Okay. There we go. Those who seek shall find, Proxy.
There you go, OTG. Shockwave comes through. No, DC's before the shockwave, but DC's into the command, though. It's got to be an execution error.
Okay. That jump S is so oppressive from IceMan. That's what we call a pipe normal. Okay, becomes Patrick Star. Doesn't really do much. And nice block from Ed. Escalante scheming, getting rid of the IceMan. But we've seen Gwen and Cyclops put in so much work that it's never nearly over until all the characters are gone or with no resources.
Oh, dude, going with a little bit extra damage, but can't actually extend any further on it. Still, dude, Ultron's, dude, the beam that goes in the multiple directions doing so good to be able to stop the approaches, but Gwen finally brute forces it.
Yep, and this could be Ed's ticket into the top 8. Let's not forget that this is for the top 8. As Gambit gets the hit right here, okay, the scrambles after Gwen's gone, but now Cyclops is fully loaded, and any super could just delete a character if you call it wrong. But dash up M into S, crazy pressure right here. Oh, and that was safe from the X Factor. Very, very nutty stuff coming here from Escalante. Is that super safe? It's not. Could this be it? No punish? Oh, things are getting hectic now, Proxy.
I mean, watching things work out with Cyclops felt like the MVP in some of the games that we were able to win, as we were already able to force Hunk out there. It was just chipping him out ruthlessly.
Oh, this might be it. No confirm. Oh, has one chance. Has to get in. Goes for the super all the way from the top. I love that you can angle it. That's so sick. Is this Evo 2007 all over again?
It looks like it might be 16 seconds.
We're going to time? Oh, Proxy. Don't let it happen.
The second jump was clutch. Is that going to work? It is going to connect. Gambit ties it all to Hunk in 10 seconds.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. 8 seconds. Oh! Not everybody is built like J-Wong. Not everybody's built like that. But it was a valiant attempt. 2-2.
Almost there, not quite working out. Taking us to game 5, and Escalante gets that first hit.
That was almost about to be a 1-to-1 recreation of that moment. Like, actually insane. It's like that one time Messi scored a goal that's just the same goal that Maradona scored like 30 years earlier.
Taking heavy, not quite there as Lucas. That's a production coming
Shout
to a
out to
$10
Lucas.
contribution. A nice camera work as always from the homie.
Lucas is one of the greatest people on the planet. I once had a conversation with Lucas about how much we enjoyed Captain Falcon players taking the fun away from Smash Ultimate players.
It's 100% true. Y'all are both right about that. Shout out to J-Maker, by the way, for the $5 contribution as well. Appreciate you very much. Again, to everybody who's been helping out with the match arena. Over $50 at this point.
It's a hefty amount of money. Okay, the scrambles are everywhere. John Dutton back on the scene, gonna punish Ultron. Oh my goodness. Escalante's cracking. Needs something to happen instantly. Things are so tense right now, Proxy. You can practically cut the tension with an optic blast right now.
No, the super can't start up in time, though. Here comes the laser. Not even close to enough, but still a good amount of damage.
The tension is so high. You know that Spider-Gwen is looking for the right opportunity to dash up Sip S. But Escalante goes for the tri-dash right there. That box dash might be more than enough. And if you get the right mix here, this is where the cookie crumbles, Proxy.
Especially with X Factor on the table for both characters. Cyclops does get away, though.
Okay. 27 seconds on the clock. Escalante tries to go in. Optic blast to get it out. Okay, we're going in through the air. Nice. Airborne zoning. Oh my goodness, what a confirm.
Jesus, dude. All up to Hunk.
Oh, it's all up to Hunk now. I would tag Cyclops out just for the moment. Just get some healing.
Honestly, especially because it's been the character.
Factor.
Dude, it felt like it's been the character that's done the most work, and now IceMan.
Okay, the beam is big.
The lead.
Oh no!
Dude, Hunk is able to crouch under the normal from IceMan. He swings, but it's just a little too high. What have you been saying all night? Short Kings.